Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I am very excited to go live today because I am heading to Cuba. Yay, I'm Cuba bound. Woohoo! So excited that I had to hop on today, and I need to know everything that you know about going to Cuba because this was a completely spontaneous move for me. Most of you guys who know me and my family, I'm not as spontaneous as maybe you think I am, right? I'm this like anything goes person. I talk all the time like I'm doing all this shit, but the reality is I like my little routine. I tend to eat like the same things every day. I do my same little exercise every day. I can be a little bit of a pattern person, okay? So the idea of going to Cuba on a spontaneous girls trip is this is amazing. So it's happening. I'm going at the end of May, and I would love to know your advice on what I need to know. Thankfully, our friend Sammy has been there before, so Sammy's been giving me some advice on what I need to do. And I've been hearing from other people that when you go there to buy Cuban cigars, the Cuban cigars are like $10 a cigar. Is that true? That seems ridiculous. I felt like I was going to Cuba and the cigars were going to be like $2 or $1. Is that really bad? I feel like I'm keeping the people down. Anyway, so I would love over the course of the next couple weeks, I'm going end of May, your thoughts, or if you know anybody that's been to Cuba, what your advice is. And I'm going on this crazy girls trip. Andrew, you say that there's a lack of diverse food imports. Okay, yeah. Here's my other question to you about Cuba. So, hi Brittany. Thanks for joining our live chat. This is my other question is some other people today that I was talking to about going to Cuba, they were saying to me that I should bring toothpaste and toilet paper because a CVS or Walgreens does not exist there, and that essentially people really appreciate being tipped in commodities like that. Is that true? I feel like, because I'm just going to bring a suitcase full of Tom's of Maine toothpaste and then tell them how, they really shouldn't be using fluoride toothpaste, that Tom's of Maine is better. Is this going to be am I going to get arrested? So can someone tell me that? Because I'm getting ready and I'm traveling with very sophisticated travelers. My friends that are going from New York that I'm joining on this trip, I feel like are very worldly. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I enjoy my American breakfast, but I'm going to be, and I like to go to bed at 9, but I'm going to go on this trip and I'm going to throw caution to the wind, stay up late. But if I bring a bag full of toothpaste and offer to tip the cab drivers in toothpaste, am I going to insult all Cuban people? Because I'll do that. Brittany, you said don't give them toothpaste. Hi, Lisa. Oh my God, Austin Bruno. Oh my gosh, I owe you a text and a job. I will definitely text you back. I am so on it. You have a friend that just visited and they said to bring snacks. Oh my God, what kind of snacks do the Cuban people like? I love snacks. I feel bad though. I don't want to be giving them Cheetos and other chemicals or whatever. I don't want to these people are so healthy. Cancer probably doesn't exist in Cuba, and then I'm going to be bringing them Cheez-Its. Great. They'll be growing tumors on their faces, okay? I don't want to do that. Hi, Sahir. Thanks for joining my Facebook. Okay, so you guys are sort of clearing up this, a little bit of this conception for me. Snacks, okay, snacks for you. Oh, snacks for me. Oh my God, Austin Bruno, you can't say that to me. I thought that you meant that I was bringing snacks for the Cuban people. I need a moment. Okay, you're saying bring snacks for me. Okay, thanks. Good thing I didn't bring, oh my God, you guys. First of all, why don't we do this? Why don't you leave a comment of everything that I could do that would be insulting to the Cuban people? Because that's probably what I will do. I never mean to insult people, but then it just happens, all right? So tell me one thing I need to bring to Cuba or know about Cuba, and then one thing to do that will not insult the entire Cuban country. Because I don't care what your political belief is, honestly, but if I get detained in Cuba, I don't think that President Trump is going to get me out. So I really would be screwed. Rose, you say you think there's two kinds of currency, and a colleague said internet is non-existent. I have heard that internet is non-existent. I'm cool with that. I am ready for no internet. I'm not going to Facebook Live it for a couple days. Nada. I can deal with the no internet. I just need to know if I'm supposed to be trading snacks instead of a tip there, or what I need to do. So you guys can tell me that. Also, tomorrow, we have a new episode of the Hey Frase podcast. So I wanted to throw 3 topics out and see if you wanted to hear more of these or less of these, okay? Topic number 1. I think if you listen to the show, you already heard this. I have a girlfriend who was uninvited to a wedding, and her friend broke up with her by writing her a letter and then blocked her phone number and basically said, look, my future husband and I do not feel like we should be friends with you anymore, that you've become toxic, you go out and party with us, but then you'll go ghost, you go hook up with people at night, we have no idea where you are, and essentially you're bossy. You're not invited to the wedding, okay? So my friend's been devastated, but there's a part 2 to this story. And that part 2 is she gets a second letter, and this letter is from another girl in their friends group, also breaking up with her. Do you want to hear more about that story and why the friends are writing her letters and blocking her? The other one that I felt like we should talk about is, do you think that the $1,000 cocktail at MGM Harbor is absolutely ridiculous, or someone will buy it? I just don't even get why companies come up with these things. I'm like, who's going to sit there and buy a $1,000 cocktail at MGM Harbor? Like, really? I think that's the most ridiculous thing ever. So I thought we could definitely talk about that one. Paul Wharton, I know, really wants to talk about the Facebook killer who has now died. I don't know if there's much to talk about there, except for the heroes at McDonald's, which was pretty amazing. That was kind of cool. They were really smart thinking. Can you imagine the Facebook killer rolls up and they're like, oh, hey, hold on, we got to make a new set of fries. And then they call the police. That's amazing. I love it. So there's that one. And then also I'm trying to think of what the other one that I really like. Oh, I know. Do you guys want to hear more about how men will go out with you a couple times, ghost you, but then they still like your stuff on social media? Does that one piss you off, or are you okay with that? Those are some of the topics I was coming up with today. And then, of course, there's always the condom clogged pipe that leads Austin police to a suspected prostitution ring. That one's one of my favorites as well. Hey, Angela. You like the friends blocking story. Okay, $1,000 cocktail is ridiculous, but someone will buy it. Okay, I think you're right. I actually don't think anyone's going to buy it, though. I don't even think there's any dumb enough rich people to buy it. The only chance that MGM Harbor has to sell one of those is essentially if someone is drunk with a bachelor party and they all chip together. That's it. And then, okay, my last topic, I want to know if you want to hear more about this or less about this. And I'm a little nervous to share this because I don't want to be, Paul and I are working really hard on the podcast and we're getting lots of great sponsors. And so I never want to be negative about someone's business. But I do have to say, I'm really seriously thinking about going into a detailed rant about why I will never wait in line for a restaurant ever. But do you think that that's like I shouldn't be ranting and raving on someone's business? And it's not just someone's business, it's multiple. I have waited in line at many, many, many restaurants and businesses where you're supposed to be getting this like fabulous donut or you're supposed to be getting this thing, and I feel like the line is the kiss of death to a business. But I don't know. That's just me. So I'd love to know what topics you want to hear more of or less of. And in general, by the way, I have so many questions for you all the time. But in general, do you like more of the personal topics about Paul's life and my life, or do you like more of the stories and us weighing in? Just throwing it out there. Sabrina, you like the friends blocking story. Angela says, how's the true crime podcast going? It's going really well. The true crime podcast for Fox will be out probably end of May. So we're going to be talking a lot about that, and I have a feeling there'll be a lot of Facebook Lives because people are going to be fired up. It's going to be really juicy. I'm getting really excited about that. So anyway, I would love for you guys to leave a comment, whether it's on Cuba or on stories for tomorrow and what you like to hear more of and less of, because believe me, I always have personal crap that goes down in my life or rants that I shouldn't be on. So I'd love to hear that. So definitely leave a comment. Hi, Danny. Yeah, you need to talk about waiting in line for a restaurant. It's horrible. Brunch waiting times. I love both the personal and the stories take on it. Okay, good. Angela, yay. All right, then I'm going to do more and more of that. And then also, you guys, if you haven't gone on to my website, I'm really, really going to need next week. I keep saying that I'm going to do this, but I'm doing this next week. I am putting out a survey. I really want your feedback on the podcast. If you want the podcast to be multiple days a week again, what your podcasting listening habits are, what you like to shop, what you like to hear about on the podcast. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, if you could go to heyfrase.com, you'll see it right there on the right. If you can sign up for the newsletter, I'm going to blast out the survey next week, and I would love, love, love for you to take it. I'm hoping to get about 1,000 responses so we can really kind of focus and get hyper-focused on how to grow the podcast and really how to make it great in 2017. So it's heyfrase.com, and if you can follow and join that newsletter, that'd be awesome. You like the personal stories and the rants. Well, I have a rant for you tomorrow on the show about waiting in line for restaurants. Is it ever worth it? That will be tomorrow on the Hey Frase podcast. Bye, you guys. Be safe tonight. You know I'm always sending you great love and like good vibes and golden ball of energy. I've been doing Deepak Chopra and Oprah's meditation, so I'm sending you the golden ball of energy. Can you feel yourself getting warm? Okay, I'll leave you with that. Anyway, love you, wishing you health and lots of good things tonight. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.